What do you do with the Bitcoin besides it just gather value?
Real estate developers in New York City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
That use fiat currency as a store of value. We call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them poor. Okay? Right? Like, the point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever more. Forever.
Right, right, but we can all look Bitcoin sort of as
forever more. People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. 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 Okay?
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everyone who is in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or see me clearly, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face, all right? While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who's in the building early, all right? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire. You already know. Make sure y'all do what she says. Shout out to my man DSB. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to DJ Elmo. Yo, I didn't know about this, man. Is this is for real? Neely Fuller Jr. passed away. He passed away today. Rest in peace to Neely Fuller Jr., man, if that's the case, man. A very, 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 very brilliant Black American man. One of the intellectuals, you know what I'm saying? An actual intellectual, man, that had a very, very astute sense of the future and a real in-depth understanding of the world as it is today, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man. He laid down lots of intriguing ideas, lots of interesting thoughts, lots of groundwork for people to build on, man. So shout out, and you know what I'm saying, fly high to Neely Fuller Jr. if that's the case, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to DSB. All right, what's good with it? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to summarize January. All right, my question for you guys is, how do you feel about January? It's finally over. All right, and you know what I'm saying? February starting off blood clot. February starting off blood clot. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though, because y'all know what to do when the blood clot comes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do when the blood clot comes. So it's been a lot of stuff going on, man. It's been a lot of geopolitical things popping off. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a lot of macroeconomic things popping off, having interesting influences on the cryptocurrency prices. All right. And we're going to look into that stuff. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. How do you all feel about Ethereum? If you pay attention to what's been going on, like in the last 3 to 4 days, the market has been extremely volatile, right? And what I find interesting about the volatility in the market is, for the most part, as far down as most things swung, Ethereum swung down extremely far, right? The only thing that seems to haven't been able to come back from the volatility is Ethereum. Did anybody notice that? If you guys noticed that, give me a thumbs up. If you did not notice that, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man DSB. I appreciate you, bro. DSB says, RIP to our warrior brother. Yeah, big facts, bro. Big facts. That's a huge, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's a huge loss, man. You know how you do to honor the legacy. You know what I'm saying? You build on what he laid down. So, you know what I'm saying? People need to really be diving into what he did and expand on it, modify it, you know what I'm saying? Make it up to date for 2025 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Make sure y'all show DSB some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man DSB for funding the organization, and he bought y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Did the drop play? It's doing that weird stuff where the drop ain't playing.
I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to him. It ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he flipping at? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
DSB said, I feel like this. DSB said, I feel like money. Yo, if y'all agree with DSB, y'all feel like money, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to DSB. Show DSB some love. You know what I'm saying? We 2 out of 10 on the goal, man. That's what's good. Appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines. I'm mad, and my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat.
How many people have noticed that when it comes to the effects of what has been taking place on the market, when it comes to all the other cryptocurrencies, the other cryptocurrencies don't really have any type of restrictions, right? We saw like over the past 2 days, anywhere between a 15% loss and a 30% loss on most altcoins, right? How many people noticed that? If you guys noticed that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't notice that, give me a thumbs down. However, the altcoins behaved in a different fashion than when Bitcoin can stay below $100,000. When Bitcoin would it went down as low as to 92, but it immediately sprung back. It never stayed under $100,000 for 24 hours. Now, some of the other cryptocurrencies still have residual losses, right? Even though they've, for the most part recovered, they still, might have recovered like 5 to 10% to the recovery price of what they were before, but not Bitcoin. It seems that regardless of how far Bitcoin was trying to be pushed down, it wouldn't stay down. Something brought it back up. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that to say this. As things move into the future, you're going to see that ceiling resistance of Bitcoin increase. To the higher the prices that Bitcoin goes, it's going to have a very, very low tolerance of staying down. Why is that going to be? The reason that's going to be is because of when we ask the question, which has a greater value? A $100,000 Bitcoin or $88,000 Bitcoin? The fact that when Bitcoin starts to fall below $100,000 and it immediately springs back up, what that tells you is that there is actually demand for that lower Bitcoin. And as soon as that lower Bitcoin hits, everybody's going to come in and buy it, and it's going to immediately push the price back up. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make sense, then give me a thumbs down. Now, here's another thing, right? That's not a bad thing when it comes to the altcoins, right? Do you guys remember when we said February would be the month where it would be a good opportunity to try to quote unquote double your portfolio by trying to hit the floors all the time? If you're liquid and you're able to hit all of these floors on particular tokens, by the time the actual altcoin season comes in February, even though it may not reflect in the balance, once you get to the altcoin season and everything begins to max out and reach all-time new highs, you will see your portfolio make a ×4 jump. All right. And so now, depending on where people's portfolios are, a ×4 jump might put you into a very nice place where you didn't think that you would be this early in the year. All right. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. Now, here's one of the things that we were talking about, right, with that DeepSeek debacle. All right. This presidency, one of the things that you guys are going to see Trump doing is he's really integrating the tech industry into DC. as a result of him integrating the tech industry into DC. My question for you guys is, what do you think that's going to do for American-based tech stocks and American-based crypto stocks? How is that going to increase the price? Shout out to my man, Jada Informant. What's good with it, bro?
A news conference earlier today laying out his plans for digital asset regulation and stablecoins. He also mentioned his team is looking into the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. Joining us now in an exclusive interview is David Sachs. He is President Trump's AI and crypto czar. And David, it's great to have you on Overtime. Welcome.
Good to be here.
So that's exactly where I want to start with you, and that is the fact that you did talk about the need for this clear regulatory framework.
Now, here's my thing, right? And I want to ask you guys how you guys feel about this. The fact that there is an AI czar and the fact that there is a crypto czar, of course, they're the same person, right? But there's an AI czar and there's a crypto czar. That would tell you that the United States government is fully invested at this point with this administration in making these companies succeed. If the United States government is fully committed to making these companies succeed, what can we expect from the United States government to do to these companies and to do for these companies? Let me know what you guys think.
How quickly can you stamp this up?
Well, I was on the Hill today meeting with the leaders of our House and Senate committees for banking and for finance, and they are very committed to moving legislation through the House and the Senate this year in order to provide that clear regulatory framework that the digital assets ecosystem needs to sustain innovation in the United States. And so those chairmen, I think, are very committed. President Trump is committed, and I think we can do something here. But as you know, moving legislation through Congress takes time. But I think this is something we could do in the next 6 months.
The feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve, you said that's being studied. It's one of the first things that's on the
Okay, so now just so everybody knows, as you guys can see, the Bitcoin reserve, it got a study. It got a study. It's being studied, right? It's being studied. So there's that, right? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, what this says is that more than likely the government is going to finance them completely. Facts. The government will more than likely do whatever it can to try to finance them and back them into success. Now, if you hold assets related to these companies, cryptocurrencies related to these companies, stocks related to these companies, bonds related to these companies, if the United States is fully backing them into success, what do you think that that'll do for the prices? Let me know what you guys think.
The table here. What goes into that process? Is that something that would be standalone, or is that something that could potentially be tucked into, say, a sovereign wealth fund, which has been the speculation today on the heels of that executive order?
I guess it's possible that the sovereign wealth fund could decide that they want to make Bitcoin or digital assets part of its portfolio. You're going to have to ask the...
Now, how many people heard about this quote-unquote sovereign wealth fund? If you guys heard about this quote-unquote sovereign wealth fund, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear about this quote-unquote sovereign wealth fund, then give me a thumbs down. All right. This sovereign wealth fund is going to be extremely important going forward. And the reason why it's going to be extremely important going forward is because there are many people who believe that the advent of this sovereign wealth fund is going to be the vehicle that's used to establish the quote unquote cryptocurrency strategic reserve. All right.
The incoming Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick about that. The item that President Trump asked our working group on digital assets to study.
Shout out to my man Detroit 313. What's good with it, bro? Welcome to the stream.
Is whether it's feasible to create either a Bitcoin reserve or some sort of digital asset stockpile. And so we're going to be looking at that question. We haven't committed yet to doing it, but it's one of the first things we're going to be looking at.
Hey, David, good to see you. It's John Ford. So I want to zoom out for a moment. There's a huge opportunity.
Now, on a side note, right, on a tangent, I want to reiterate this again. All right? We're going to reiterate this again. Talking about some crypto gains, not Myron gains.
Again!
All right. How many people have been paying attention to L3? The cryptocurrency called L3. How many people have been watching it? How many people hold L3 tokens? When the market crashed and the market recovered, anybody who has been paying attention to L3 or who owns L3, what did you notice about L3? That's my question for you guys. Another one, what did you guys notice about Toshi?
opportunity here for you, for Silicon Valley, a number of entrepreneurs, investors who are in the Trump administration. I've heard from a number of people in Silicon Valley who are excited about what's possible. I also see a big risk in the sense that the scale of human impact in government is just different. We're seeing it in the reaction to some of what Elon Musk is doing initially. There's human impact domestically and globally. Is that in your mind at all? Because based on your success or not in these roles, it could affect perceptions of Silicon Valley for a generation or more.
Well, I mean, you're getting a little bit outside my lane here, John, but if you're asking me what I think about what Elon's doing, I think it's terrific for the United States and for innovation and for Silicon Valley. We have a federal government right now that runs a $2 trillion deficit every year, and the country's almost $40 trillion in debt. And if you want to ask what is the biggest threat to American prosperity and to continued American leadership and innovation, you'd have to say it's our out-of-control deficit and debt. And I think Elon Musk, at the directive of President Trump, is actually doing something to get that spending under control, and I think we should be welcoming it.
Yeah, I'm asking less, thank you for that. I'm asking less about that and more about just the difference in the scale of human impact between working in government and making investments and cuts there versus doing it with software or with hardware where some in Silicon Valley are more used to operating.
Well, I think it's quite amazing to bring software expertise to Washington. I mean, I'm seeing it here.
Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says L3 is bullish right now, according to CoinMarketCap. It is down 8.38%. L3, if you ask me, and Toshi, those are two tokens that are sleepers right now that people are not really paying attention to. I've been investing in L3 since last year, and it's significantly increased in gains, and it significantly increases in gains every month. You can validate this by when you look at the chart. You can hit the 24-hour chart, you can hit the 1 month chart, you can hit the 3 month chart, and you can hit the 1 year chart. Now, shout out to everybody watching, right? We got enough people in here to be able to do this real time. Somebody grab the 24-hour chart, put the percentage in the chat. Somebody grab the 1 month chart, put the percentage in the chat. Somebody grab the 3 month chart, put the percentage in the chat. Somebody grab the 6 month chart, put the percentage in the chat. Somebody grab the 12 month, the 1 year chart, put the percentage in the chat. All right. I guarantee you it'll look real nice. Okay. So I've been mentioning L3 a lot. You know what I'm saying? If it, it doesn't hurt, like my man Da Vinci said, just $1 friggin' dollar, right?
For my first few weeks, that the systems that the government uses are so antiquated, they're so out of date. And so bringing people from the technology industry to Washington can only be a positive thing. It can only help us update those systems, be more modern, be more efficient. The government needs a lot more of that. And I think one of the things that's really exciting right now is that there is tremendous optimism in Silicon Valley, and there's tremendous support for President Trump in Silicon Valley. At this point, I don't know anyone who doesn't support President Trump's agenda and administration in Silicon Valley. And so I think it's actually been terrific to be able to involve a whole lot of new people in government from the technology industry. And I think it's going to bring a lot of innovation to Washington, which is sorely needed.
There it is. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to Carlton. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Carlton and for Brooklyn Queen. All right. L3 1 year, 27.6%. Carlton says whatever chart that he used, 32.45. Regardless of whose chart, right? Brooklyn Queen or Carlton, let me ask you this question. When it comes to your 401k, when it comes to your savings bonds, when it comes to anything else other than crypto that you might be invested in, how many people can say that whatever their investments are, their investments have increased between 27 and 32% over the last year? If you can say that, give me a thumbs up. If you cannot say that, throw some tears in the chat. See that? 6 month chart, 162.17%. I keep telling everybody about L3. Now, here's the question, right? When it comes to L3, if L3 is doing this right now, and on top of it, no one's really talking about it. Has anybody come into any type of articles or any type of, public information about L3? Not so much, right? If L3 is doing this right now, when altcoin season comes, what's going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen with L3? That's my question. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 says on March 10th of 2025, Federal Reserve is migrating on ISO 20022 coins. So here's my question, right? The ISO coins. Y'all know what those coins are, the good old coins, the MAGA coins, right? What's going to happen to the values of those coins? Shout out to Carlton Wade. The price going to shoot through the roof. Right. Like old boy that was giving it to that girl on Scary Movie. Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. L3, 3-month chart, 104.93%. Now, here goes my question, right? Why is it that you're not really hearing very much about L3? As far as I know, I'm the only person that is really even mentioning L3. L3 has been doing really good. I started with a small amount of L3, then I started buying a little bit more L3, and then I've continuously increased how much I've been buying of L3, and I haven't had a loss yet.
On the heels of the 10% tariffs, China overnight saying it's going to launch an investigation into Google over alleged antitrust violations. How are you gaming out the impact of trade tensions between the two countries on tech? Is this something that you're advising the president on in terms of the dynamic and how it affects things like technology? And
now check this out, right? Now, here's the thing, right? I think that there's going to be, like what we're seeing in the market right now, currently, believe it or not, I think that there's going to be even more down current in the market. I think that things are going to crash substantially further. Right now, why do I think that's going to happen? I think that's going to happen because I think that a lot of the reason why Trump is doing so much of the noise that he's doing now is for two reasons. I think one thing is that some of this stuff that he wants to get done, he actually does want to get done. But for the other reason, I think he understands how the market works and he understands the buy the dip thing. So he's doing geopolitical chess moves, if you want to call them that, and he's doing geopolitical and macroeconomic maneuvers to purposely get the markets down to near floor. Once the markets get down to near floor, all the people who they want out of the market are going to be out of the market. And the people that they want to be in the market are going to be the whales who scooping everything up at these low prices. All right. So for people that are in right now, no one should not expect market turbulence. No one, even if your portfolio has gained a ton of net gains over the past couple years, you might actually find yourself either with minimal gains or somewhat in the red. You can increase your future gains by getting these long-term dips that are probably going to happen all throughout February and throughout the beginning of March. All right. Because what I believe is happening right now is not only happening intentionally, but it's also market manipulation. And if you ask me, this is Trump manipulating the market too. This is Trump manipulating the market too. Now, if the United States is indeed going to get a strategic Bitcoin reserve or a strategic cryptocurrency reserve, it benefits them to get that cryptocurrency at the lowest prices, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So I wouldn't be surprised. The United States is probably not going to want to start purchasing its cryptocurrency reserves at the highest prices. It's probably going to want to try to start purchasing its cryptocurrency reserves at a discount, not at a premium. So if they can influence a discount, more than likely, they probably will. And if you ask me, this is what you see right now. In addition to, yes, there are some objectives that they want to get done with some of the stuff that they're doing. But if you think that a market shakeout isn't happening, you know what I'm saying, I would reevaluate why you may or may not think that. All right. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media.
And specifically AI.
China already discriminates against our technology companies. The trade relationship isn't reciprocal at all. So I think that, what President Trump did by announcing that 10% tariff is just a partial corrective. And if China wants to respond, then that's something they're going to have to decide.
David, recast for us, if you will, the value of Bitcoin.
So I've heard that China has responded to the tariffs, right? United States, Trump recently put a 10% tariff on China. As everybody probably already knows, Mexico and Canada have kind of backed down. So those tariffs are on hold for about a month. What was China's retaliatory action towards the tariffs that Trump placed on them? Anybody know? Let me know in the chat.
Bitcoin specifically, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in general. As we're now in the Trump administration era, we're in the back half of the 2020s. Back 5 years ago plus, there was talks about using it as a means of buying things. Now it's more about the store of value and the way perhaps hedge against inflation in various currencies. What do you see as the real value in the real?
Oh, also, just so everybody knows, just so everybody is aware, BLR2 is fully active again. All right. BLR2 is fully active again. So if you're not subscribed to BLR2, please take a moment, subscribe to BLR2. If the mods could put the link to BLR2 in the chat, I greatly appreciate it. BLR2 is back 100% active again. YouTube kind of changed some weird stuff, and they took down a lot of videos and locked a lot of videos. You guys know, if you're subscribed on Rumble, all the videos are over on Rumble. You could always watch all the videos. I'm still trying to figure out how to unlock the videos and get the videos that were public back public. But more than likely, what's going to end up happening is all of the videos that were published prior to the channel having to be hid, I'm going to put those videos on members only. All right. So they'll probably be on members only. And the only videos that'll be public are all the new videos that are published going forward. And as you guys know, I'll figure out a backup channel to stream those videos to. So if this happens ever again, the old videos will be public and you won't have to worry about sifting through membership or anything, any of that. All right.
Reason why the United States government should be paying so much attention to it?
Well, I think there's a few different aspects here when you're talking about digital aspects. So first of all, you got Bitcoin. It was the first digital currency, and it's the original. It's the strongest one. In the parlance of the industry, it's the most lindy, meaning it's been around for over a dozen years now. No one's ever hacked it. No one's ever cracked the security around it. And so it is an excellent store of value. So that would be point number one. Bitcoin is run on, as you know, a blockchain. It's basically a distributed ledger, which is essentially a form of decentralized computing. And that platform can be used to create a lot of other types of products. And so that would be sort of technology area number two, is all the innovation that can be built on top of blockchains.
Now, I want to ask you guys your opinion about this, right? My question for everybody is Ethereum at $2,700 a good buy? Because the thing that's interesting about it is that, Ethereum hasn't really been able to sustain its price. You know what I'm saying? It got hit with the same type of hit that all the rest of cryptocurrency got hit with. The rest of cryptocurrency seemed to be able to somewhat regenerate its price, but Ethereum kind of seems stuck in the dirt. Now, interestingly, right, if you look at Ethereum and you see Ethereum still kind of stuck in the dirt, Ethereum still has bullish price predictions, right? Ethereum still has bullish price predictions. There's still people talking about $15,000, $20,000 Ethereum. So my question is, with Ethereum down so low and with the price predictions so bullish, is it still a good idea to buy and stake Ethereum? If you think that it is, give me a thumbs up. If you think that it is not, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Eric. What's good with it, bro?
And then I would say a third area that's very interesting is stablecoins. And this is an area that has already taken off, but mostly offshore. We want to bring that innovation onshore. We want to enable legislation to allow the issuance of stablecoins in the United States. And I think the power of stablecoins is that it could extend the dollars.
So here's the thing, right? With Ethereum, if people are going to be dollar cost averaging Ethereum now, starting at the $2,700 prices and beyond, my question would be, what should the phone alerts be that we put in for Ethereum? Shout out to Carlton. I ain't mad at it. Carlton said, to be honest, I've been more bullish on XRP because I can afford it a lot more than Ethereum. Hey, nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, though, you got to remember, whatever you buy only costs what you buy. So, really, you can afford anything, right? And, if there's a XYZ percentage increase in Ethereum, is going to increase your dollar amount, the same as a XYZ percentage increase in XRP. It's just going to look like you have more because you have a higher nominal amount of XRP, right? Shout out to John. John says, maybe since Trump's company and whales are buying so much, that's why it's still at that level. I think it's a good buy since I think more ETFs are getting created for it. Yeah, that's a fact. If y'all agree with John, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Dominance internationally, extended online, digitally, and create potentially trillions of dollars of new demand for our U.S. treasuries, which could help support our debt and bring down long-term interest rates. So I think these are all three very exciting areas of digital asset technology.
All right, so there's that. All right, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, so I had this on the docket for a while ago, and I wanted to show it, and we kind of didn't get a chance to look at it, right? So, you know, don't really pay attention to the Bitcoin price that they talk about here, because this is an old Bitcoin price. But what's significant, right? And this is one of the reasons why I said, you know, we're going to start paying attention to these companies that hold Bitcoin, is because if you ask me, with these new accounting changes, right? With these new accounting changes are going to cause a lot of these companies that hold Bitcoin to have a sudden skyrocket in their stock value, similar to what people saw with MicroStrategies, as a result of accounting standards now classifying Bitcoin gains as net income and allowing people to classify Bitcoin as an asset on the balance sheet. That does what to the total value of a company? Let me know in the chat. And shout out to everybody watching. Again, I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. All right. Also, please share the stream to your social media. We got 16 people watching. Shout out to the 16 people watching, and we got 13 likes. Let's try to get the 1-to-1 ratio. We need 3 people watching to hit the like button. All right. And let's try to get the likes to 29.
Rises back above $105,000. Asset management giant Apollo launches a tokenized fund with Securitize. And Stephen Lipko,
shout out to Win Lose a Rug. What's good with it, bro?
Of Swan Bitcoin, discusses his market outlook and how Trump's crypto ventures could affect the industry. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Brandon Gomez. Digital currencies are on the rise this morning. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin jumped back to the $105,000 level. Ether climbed to $32.79, and XRP rose to $3.
So now, if you guys pay attention to this, right? Actually, I had said don't pay attention to the cryptocurrency prices. Maybe it's not a bad idea to actually pay attention to the cryptocurrency prices, right? Last time I checked, before I went live, Bitcoin was like at about $100,600, right? Now, Ethereum is significantly lower than 3,200. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, Ethereum is sitting at around 2,700. XRP is also significantly lower than $3.12. If I'm not mistaken, XRP is what, like around $2.70, $2.80. Somebody let me know the updated prices in the chat. So now, if that's the case, right? If you ask me, because we know all of these will probably, you know, at some point, even possibly within the next week, jump back up to these prices and then they'll fall back down. Are things in a good buying range right now? Shout out to Daniel Alvarado. What's good with it, bro? Yeah. Is everything in a good buying range right now? If you ask me, if you look at these old prices, which we know everything will go back to, probably at the very least by the end of the month, under $2 Ripple, under $3,000 Ethereum, 100,000 and below on Bitcoin, I wouldn't not pull the trigger on that. Yeah, there you go. Look at the prices. Oh, look, Bitcoin is under. So right now, Bitcoin is 98,000. XRP is 251. XRP 255. We got a little bit of arbitrage. Ethereum $2,723. XRP $2.50. What do you guys think about those prices? Let me know what y'all think about them prices.
And 12 cents. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Asset management giant Apollo is launching a tokenized fund in a new partnership with the help of Securitize. The Apollo Diversified Credit Securitized Fund, dubbed ACRED, will let accredited investors buy into Apollo's diversified credit fund through public blockchains. ACRED.
Look, Shout shout out to Daniel. Daniel said I traded XRP for Bitcoin, baby, before it went down. Hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that at all.
It will initially be available on Aptos, Avalanche, Ethereum, Inc., Polygon, and Solana networks. In recent years, Wall Street has
All
turned...
right, so again, pay attention. What coins did they say? Apollo and Securitize announced partnership and launched tokenized access to credit fund on Aptos, Avalanche, Ethereum, Inc., Polygon, and Solana networks. If you ask me, I'm pissed about my Polygon, man, and I'm still at Coinbase to try to get it back, but I bought some more though. People are sleeping on Polygon. It is like right now, Polygon is meme coin prices, and I'm not gonna lie. All the Polygon that I had, all that Polygon that I lost, all 642 tokens, I had bought all of that. And like currently I'm at a loss because I bought it on the dips, but I bought it on the dips during alt season, right? So when I had bought a lot of that Polygon, I was buying it at between 80 cents and $1.10, right? So I lost a ton of money on that Polygon. And to be honest, I haven't really bought any since except for when I recently bought some. Now it's down. It's like Dogecoin prices now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like Algorand and HBAR prices. And, you know, you could stake the Polygon, right? So if you get enough Polygon and stake it to where you're getting more than one token back every time you get a staking payout, you're doing good because that'll decrease how much you got to buy each week, right? So if you ask me, right now is a great time to get Polygon. Because here's my question. What are the price predictions for Polygon? Anybody that knows any Polygon price predictions, you know what I'm saying, throw them in the chat.
Be available on Aptos, Avalanche, Ethereum, Inc., Polygon, and Solana networks. In recent years, Wall Street has turned its attention back to tokenization as a way to bring blockchain technology to traditional assets. Apollo partner Earl Hunt called the launch an exciting milestone in our journey to make private markets more accessible and efficient. Next, Tesla just reaped a $500 million windfall thanks to its Bitcoin holdings and new accounting practices.
There it is. So now what do you think that this is going to do? What is this going to do to the prices of all of these companies that hold Bitcoin? All of these companies that hold Bitcoin over the next year or two are going to see significant gains. And significant gains. Why? Because of the change in accounting standard. You know, I actually wouldn't disagree with that. If you guys agree with Daniel, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Daniel says alts are going to stay on the low end compared to Bitcoin. That's why Trump is hesitant to pull the Bitcoin reserve trigger. Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? I think that ultimately the Bitcoin reserve trigger will get pulled, but I don't think that it's going to get pulled immediately like everybody thinks it's going to get pulled. If you ask me, like what we could be dealing with an extended situation and things not jumping around the way that people think that they're going to jump around till towards the third or fourth year of the Trump presidency, which is why, if you ask me, just keep stacking based on traditional numbers, not necessarily stacking based on hype. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says their long-term projection for 2030 is $11.45. Now, here's my question. Who's still going to be watching the channel in 2030? If you're going to be still watching the channel in 2030, put some rockets in the chat. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, put a clown face in the chat.
More accessible and efficient. Next, Tesla just reaped a $500 million windfall thanks to its Bitcoin holdings and new accounting practices. The EV giant reported fourth quarter earnings on Wednesday, in which it disclosed a $600 million mark-to-market benefit from Bitcoin on its net income. That increase is thanks to a change at the Financial Accounting Standards Board, which told companies to start measuring the value of their digital assets holding each quarter. So
now, who knows what the Financial Standards Accounting Board is? That's FASB, right? We talk a lot about FASB when it comes to MicroStrategies and Michael Saylor.
After reporting the same carrying value in digital assets for the last 4 quarters, $184 million to be exact, the numbers surged to just over.
Look, at least I got 2 people that's going to guarantee be in the chat at the least. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 people that's going to at least be in the chat. We got John and Brooklyn Queen. That's what's good.
billion. Now, Tesla isn't alone. A trickle of publicly traded companies who hold crypto on their balance sheets have reported a boost in net income after this rule change, which goes into full effect at the end of 2025's first quarter. All right, for our main story, Crypto World's Tanea McKeel spoke with Stephen Lubka, head of Swan Private, for his take on where Bitcoin prices could be headed and how the launch of Trump family meme coins could play a role in crypto price action.
Stephen, thank you so much for joining me again on Crypto World. We are wrapping up a momentous January tomorrow. Bitcoin on pace as we speak for a 12% gain. I think we knew it would be exciting and it would be volatile, but there is so much information we've gotten this month that we just did not have before.
Shout out to my man, Aristopat. What's good with it, bro?
That we now have heading into February. So with all of that in mind, what is your outlook for Bitcoin for the next few weeks?
Yeah. So I mean, man, it has been, you're right. It's been a momentous, not just month, but last 3 months, year. I mean, there's been so much that has happened. And a lot of this has been because of a rapidly changing political landscape. I mean, it should be no surprise to anybody listening that we've had a sea change in how the US is relating to Bitcoin and to crypto as industries. And a lot of this comes from the new administration. We saw a series of executive orders. We saw a crypto council. We saw the president launch a meme coin. It was these things were unthinkable a year ago. This never would have happened under any of the previous administrations. And so I think what the market, what listeners and what investors need to know is that all of these events have what I would call like a long tail, in that they will each on their own trigger a series of other events. Today, we just got I believe it was the Czech National Bank is investigating, looking at Bitcoin as a reserve asset. That's a cause and effect from the US talking about Bitcoin. And I expect there will be a number of these things in other countries taking more positive actions, large financial companies moving in. We had the repeal of SAB 121 that allows the banks to custody crypto and to do Bitcoin products. And I think you have a tail of these stretching through the next year. And some of these announcements, I think, will surprise the market. I don't think they're priced in. And so, to kind of get where you're going, I'm optimistic for February. I think February is a good month for Bitcoin. I think the whole year is probably a good year for Bitcoin. And I do not think
so far, February is starting off as difficult. So far, February is starting off as kind of difficult. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Daniel. Daniel says, Trump family and Get Along gang are heavily invested in Ethereum and wrapped Bitcoin. Not to mention World Liberty Financial, young Eric Trump's banker or something. Right. I found that interesting that they bought the wrapped Bitcoin. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Think the market has adjusted to everything that has changed yet.
So we're at above 100K now. Many people are looking at 200K, possibly more, given everything that we've learned in January by the end of the year. Where do you think we are on that journey from 100K to 200K by the end of February? I know we gained a bunch in January, but directionally speaking, do you expect more chop? Is it going to be a little quieter this month?
Now, let me ask you guys this question. It's funny how they phrase this, right? So they're asking the question, what do you think about 100K to 200K? If she were to ask me that question, here's how I would answer that question. 100K to 200K is a 2x increase. How many years has Bitcoin been in existence that we haven't seen Bitcoin do a 2x? So shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me know how many years Bitcoin has been in existence that we have not seen a 2x increase. 100K to 200K is simply a 2x increase. Based on Bitcoin's past history, I see that as more likely than not. As a matter of fact, it's more likely, based on Bitcoin's history, that Bitcoin will hit a 2x increase than it is for Bitcoin to go down to zero, like people like Peter Schiff say, right?
In this next month?
Always hard to make short-term price calls, but seeing it above 110 in February would not surprise me. I think that's an easy threshold to get. I think we're at like 106 right now, and Bitcoin's been moving up. We'll see where that goes. I think the main thing that has kept Bitcoin not being much higher already has.
So now here's another thing, right? If you ask me, Bitcoin is maintaining at high 90s to 100,000s, which means we have, again, what we talk about as far as the ceiling floor. So while everything else is going to be bouncing off the floor and going higher, Bitcoin is going to be bouncing off the ceiling going higher. So again, I don't even know why we're talking in terms of 110,000, because if some of the highs that we've dealt with are 108,000 and 106,000, if Bitcoin does a floor bounce off of 97,000, to me, ultimately, it's just natural for it to go beyond 110. If you ask me, they should be talking 115 and $120,000 prices right now. 110, if you ask me, is actually a little bit too conservative of an expectation. That's undercutting Bitcoin, if you ask me, based on historical behavior. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually been the equities market. It's what happened with Nvidia. It's what happened with the S&P. The Bitcoin market itself seems incredibly structurally bullish. And I think as soon as the pressure from equities and other assets lets up, which I expect it will, you're going to see this start to climb. And so seeing it above 110, maybe above 115 next month, short term's hard, but seeing it either at or surpass 200 by the end of the year is.
Now, here's another thing that I want to just introduce, right? I want to ask this question and see what people think about it. When it comes to cryptocurrency, quote unquote, market volatility, right? When it comes to this idea of cryptocurrency market volatility, how many people actually buy into the idea of cryptocurrency market volatility? If you guys buy into that idea, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Now, here's what I suggest, right? I suggest it's not cryptocurrency market volatility. Cryptocurrency has a faster cycle wavelength than other markets, right? For one, there's more ways that you can buy and sell cryptocurrency. For another thing, the cryptocurrency market is open 24 hours, which means that for every 24-hour cycle, there's an extra 12 hours of, actually more than 12 hours. I would probably say an extra 16 hours of buy-sell activity. Whereas when it comes to traditional markets, there's only 5 days a week, right? And there's only 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken, 8 hours of trading time. That's significantly less than cryptocurrency. When it comes to cryptocurrency is 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, which means that cycles can go through a lot faster on cryptocurrency, which means that it's going to look like things are scrunched together, right? But if we stretched those things out, if you ask me, more than likely, if we stretched it out and put it on top of a traditional market chart, you would see that the volatility is similar. Of course, it's going to look like things are like, it's the same as ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light has more wavelength, right? But if you talk about things in terms of a redshift, as things stretch out, as those wavelengths stretch out to the human eye, to the visual eye, ultraviolet light at a long distance can look like infrared light, or it can look like red light because of the wavelengths being stretched out. Cryptocurrency has a shorter wavelength as a result of being available for trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it makes it appear that it's more volatile, but actually what it is more cycles turning. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel says Bitcoin will be 100 with the political waste. It just proves its resilience after time. Yeah, I agree. Trump's tariffs dip were a dip blessing. Bitcoin came back up. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. If you guys agree with Daniel, throw some flames in the chat. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Is something I'd also agree with.
Well, Trump has been at the center of it all. You just rattled off all of the things that we heard in January. I want to know what you make of the latest announcement, TruthFi, which we got yesterday. So Trump Media expanding now into fintech and financial services that include crypto and ETFs. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so limited information there. We're all kind of working on the similar information if there's an announcement. I think this follows a trend that has emerged in the last year following the success of MicroStrategy. And so MicroStrategy turned a ton of heads this last year by being the best performing stock in the entire stock market. How did they do it? With a Bitcoin treasury strategy. So they bought Bitcoin, they issued debt to buy Bitcoin, they issued complex financial products to buy Bitcoin, and the market rewarded them to a massive effect. And so you've seen a lot of other companies either follow that playbook directly, like Metaplanet, like Semler Scientific, or more indirectly, some of the mining companies, or some companies like the Donald Trump Media company, which just is, I think it's just going to buy Bitcoin or maybe other crypto. And we'll see if they actually go all the way. But I think it's part of this trend where this will be a big story this year of many more companies coming in to incorporate Bitcoin as a treasury asset and perhaps implement more complex kind of financial engineering to get more Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely. What is sort of the downside risk here? I had a lot of conversations yesterday that sounded similar to the ones that I had when we saw the launch of the Trump meme coin and the Melania coin. I mean, to what extent is it a bad look for crypto, an industry that has spent more than a decade, wanting to be taken seriously and working very hard to be taken seriously? Does, the rise of meme coins and just more products into the market kind of keep crypto at the kids' table?
Yeah, so I think it is a challenge. And following the launch of those meme coins, I had some conversations with people in the industry, and there were concerns, right? Because the crypto industry is kind of at this juncture where they have an opportunity to convince the world that they should be.
Shout out to AW1. Make sure y'all show AW1 some love. I appreciate it. AW1, hit your boy on the Cash App. Definitely appreciate it always. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for AW1 for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Taken seriously and should be a material part of U.S. financial and economic investment. And I think on average, this makes it a little bit harder because you're saying, okay, what do you guys do? Well, you do meme coins. Like, it's hard to take that super seriously.
So again, like, there's the meme coin hate, the meme coin hate that just keeps coming, right? And like when people start with the meme coin hate, it really just kind of shows that hidden inner Bitcoin maximalist, right? Again, when it comes to the meme coins, the way that people try to discount the value of meme coins, when you look at coins like Pepe, when you look at coins like Dogecoin, it's you just kind of the Bitcoin maximalists are actually starting to sound like the anti-Bitcoin people. It's really fascinating to see. You know what I'm saying? A shout out to Daniel. Daniel says, thanks, brother. I have to go hold your bags. Don't get scared on selling. This is key in the Bitcoin crypto game. Yeah, that's facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about the market and the whales trying to shake people out. People see these dips and they get scared. When you see these dips, your eyes should light up and you should say, how liquid am I? What can I do right now? You know what I'm saying? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You know what I'm saying? You can apply the SWOT analysis model to the cryptocurrency market or to any financial market.
I don't think it'll impact too much, but it is a hurdle to overcome. I think it does add some challenges. And it's part of a larger story of kind of a tale of two markets. And this is something we've seen this year that's been notable. In all of the previous kind of Bitcoin and crypto bull runs, generally speaking, Bitcoin and crypto went up together. They grew and rallied, and it was kind of one large market theme. What we've seen.
Look, hey, shout out to Carlton, right? Carlton said Doge can reach $500 and people will still hate on it. What's the utility? Listen, check this out, man. I'm about to show y'all some stuff. I don't use YoBit anymore, so I'm gonna just show y'all my YoBit, right? Y'all seen my YoBit before, right? Hold on real quick. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started on freaking YoBit. Hold on real quick. While you guys are HODL for me, while y'all holding on for me, give me a second here. See, hopefully they don't make me put this code in and take up all this extra time. All right, bet. So I never do this. All right, never do this because all you're gonna do is just piss yourself off. Okay, never do this. So I'm warning you right now. Don't do what I'm doing. All you're gonna do is piss yourself off. All right. Now look at this. Check this out. This like I said, I don't use this exchange no more, and none of these balances I don't have access to them anymore. Right. Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said had a convo with a monolithian earlier. Bro is another Bitcoin skeptic, just irrational for no verifiable reason. It's wild. Anti-wealth, man. Now look at this, right? I don't know if you guys are able to see the values. I'm gonna make the screen a little bit bigger. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that's big enough, right? All right. So we just gotta talk about this, right? Because this is the irritating stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? Your boy still has 0.07 of a Bitcoin over here worth of crypto. As you can see, it's reserved in orders, whatever the hell that means. And we just not gonna give it to you and shit. You know what I'm saying? We just not gonna give you your shit. So as you guys can, this is $7,000 right here that I can't do shit with. You know what I'm saying? This is $7,000 right here that I just can't do shit with. Now, do you guys remember those screenshots that I put into the chat? How many people remember them screenshots that I put into the chat? Now, we're going to go all the way. Let me see. How many pages is there? We're going to go all the way to page 14. Look at all this. Look at this. If I'm not mistaken, I think I bought Bitcoin with this 13,420 Doge coins. $13,020 Doge coins. This is what I'm saying. Like, don't never go back and look at none of this old shit. Look at these right here. 500 Doge coins I bought Bitcoin with. I bought Waves. Why would you buy Waves with Bitcoin? Why would you do it? I bought 9,000 Stalin coin with Bitcoin. Why would you do it? Who would do it? See, listen, even I've had who would do it moments. You know what I'm saying? Who would do it? Who would do some of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Look at all these damn Doge coins I used to have. 1,600. I bought Red Coin. Where's Red Coin at today? I bought Digibytes. Now, this was a decent buy. You know what I'm saying? Tron. I bought some Tron with Bitcoin. That's a decent buy. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I bought Digibytes with 4,500 Doge coins. Look at all them damn Doge coins I used to have. See, like when people say, oh, you know, like I used to be, nobody can ever show their receipts of this kind of shit. I don't care how embarrassing these receipts are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll show you my receipts. I've been in Bitcoin. I lived and learned from this stupid shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Waves with Bitcoin. Look at how much Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Look at how much Bitcoin. Like, seriously? Back in the day, this was like $10. This is like hundreds of dollars. Look at all this damn Tron that I had. Look at all the Tron that your boy had. 268, 307, 313. All this damn Tron that your boy used to have. Look at this shit right here. Goddamn 100,000 mother. Look at all this damn Doge. This is in 2018. Look at all this. All this damn Doge. Look, shout out to Win Luther Rugg. Win Luther Rugg said, don't bother digging through the wreckage, bro. Bro, look at this, man. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. So look at what is the price of what Doge was now. Don't sell none of this. Do not, if this right here isn't a lesson, do not sell any of this. I don't know what is. Don't sell any of it. Look at all this. I had over 1 million Doge coins. Like at the tiny price. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. I bought all this dime with 0.01 of Ethereum. 0.01 of in Ethereum. Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why would somebody do that? Shout out to Carlton. Strange flexes, right? These some strange flexes. These are some strange flexes, bro. Look at all this damn Dodge. 3,405. Another just blown XYB. Well, I don't even know what XBY is. What is XBY? Look at this. I bought all of this Dogecoin with Litecoin. And I don't have none of this anymore. Like I was just trading for like just to trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at all this Ethereum just wasted. You know what I'm saying? Look at all this just Ethereum just wasted. No, actually, I was selling waves for Ethereum. I think I was getting Ethereum. This is when I had to get all this stuff off of here. And then, like I said, as you guys can see, you know what I'm saying? Like today, they still got 0.07. They still got 0.07 of a Bitcoin that I can't, like, of my money that's just locked. Like I can't do, like, as you can see right here, I'm logged in. There goes my name right there. Balances, estimated equivalent, 0.07 of a Bitcoin. Can't do shit with it. Reserved in orders. This shit been reserved in orders for years. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 0.07 of a Bitcoin because they had these coins on here called dime coins that they gave everybody an airdrop of dime coins on if you had a particular balance in your account. And the dime coins are pegged to a Satoshi, right? So one dime coin equals one Satoshi. And then they just said, we ain't giving it back to you. We just not gonna give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AW1. I appreciate you, bro. So far, so good. Your boy getting a late start, but it's all right, though. So, yeah, man, I don't mess with YoBit no more. But one of the things about YoBit back in the day was YoBit was one of the places where you could get some of those, like you really couldn't buy Dogecoin just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to buy Dogecoin on exchange like YoBit. And the thing with Dogecoin is they had cryptocurrency Dogecoin pairs. So you could buy small cryptocurrencies with Dogecoin. That's one of the reasons why I used to have so much Dogecoin on there, and I would buy smaller cryptocurrencies with all the Dogecoin that I had. And back then, you know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, like shit, like $100 to give you like 1 million Dogecoins. It's the same thing with BNB coin back in the day when the Binance coin was only like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying?
In the last year has been incredible divergence between the performance of Bitcoin and others, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's meme coins. And I think what you're getting at with this question around the meme coin, with this question around being taken seriously, is the path that large parts of the crypto.
Now, again, as far as the quote unquote taking seriously conversation as it pertains to quote unquote meme coins, right? Let me ask y'all this question. Who in here takes Dogecoin seriously? If you take Dogecoin seriously, throw a dog in the chat. If you don't take Dogecoin seriously, then give me a thumbs down. And my question is for the people that don't take Dogecoin seriously, how do you not take Dogecoin seriously? Let me ask you guys this. For the people that don't take Dogecoin seriously, the balances of Dogecoin that I just showed you that I used to have, if you could have those balances of Dogecoin today, would you say, nah, I don't want them? Would you say I'd rather have US dollars?
The industry have taken have, I think, made it so people are rotating very quickly between these hot assets. It's much more speculative. It's much more like gambling. And, whoever is not trying to do that, the projects or the companies that aren't trying to do that.
But see, what he's saying right here about the meme coins, I disagree. Let me ask you guys this question. How many do you all think that the hardcore meme coin people in the meme coin communities think that their meme coin is a gamble? Like, do you think that the Dogecoin people think that Dogecoin is a gamble? Do you think that the Shiba Inu people think that Shiba is a gamble? Do you guys think that the Bonk coin people think that Bonk is a gamble? You guys think that the Mog people think that Mog is a gamble? I think that people watching the charts that want to try to, get in on the gains of the meme coins, they might treat it like a gamble. but they're not treating the meme coins any different than they treat any other asset that they're day trading, right? Now, the people that are invested in, like, Dogecoin, we're invested in getting Dogecoin to a penny. Now we're invested in getting Dogecoin to $1. Probably next they'll be invested in getting Dogecoin to $10. I don't think that those people look at it as speculation. Those people actually have faith in the meme coin. So being somebody from the outside looking in, somebody from the outside looking in would say, yeah, these are speculative assets. I don't think for the people within the meme coin community and the meme coin whales, I don't think they see it as speculation. I don't think anybody that's a part of the Dogecoin community thinks that Dogecoin is speculation. And honestly, if you ask me, the historical price behavior and the historical gains that Dogecoin has earned, I think that they kind of solidify Dogecoin as this is a real thing. And if you ask me, when people say, well, what is the value? Okay, well, if you buy Dogecoin, the value is you are buying into a community that is invested in the financial the financial escalation of Dogecoin. The same way if you buy Bitcoin, you're investing in the Bitcoin network. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. If y'all agree with Win Lose a Rug said some of these tokens have cult communities behind them, Doge and Fartcoin. Yeah, facts. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John. John said, Rob, you had the anti-wealth spirit when you were using Yobit back then, but now you're delivered. Believe it or not, bro, I actually didn't. If you paid attention to the coins that I was getting, like if you paid attention to those exchanges, I was trying to trade up. I just didn't have a real good understanding of what it was I was trading to trade up. Like I would have actually held Dogecoin and used something else. You know what I'm saying? I used Dogecoin because they had a Doge exchange and it was easier to buy and sell using the Doge exchange. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was always trying to trade up. If you pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Like I was buying Tron. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Verge was a good coin. I was buying Verge. You see, I had a good significant amount of Bitcoin and I had a good significant amount of Ethereum, and I was selling shit to get Bitcoin and Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the mature understanding of the market that I have now. Like I was on the right track, you know what I'm saying? But I was doing stuff that I regret now. But I think that now I have a even better understanding of the market than I did back then. You know what I'm saying? And back then it was different, because back then, for the most part, Yobit was the only token, or Yobit was the only exchange that you could really get all that stuff on. Even on Binance, even though Binance had like a bigger amount of coins available, you couldn't get everything on Binance. Like on Yobit, you could get everything. You still can, but like I said, man, Yobit got a bad taste in my mouth because they still got, you know what I'm saying, 0.07 of a Bitcoin in my crypto over there that's just locked and I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, you did that with no network. Just imagine now. Hey, bro, exactly. Shout out to Tia. What's good with it, Tia? Exactly. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media.
I think are getting drowned out by all the noise and activity from meme coins and so on. And this comes at the same time that Bitcoin is reaching its highest level of institutional adoption ever. Nation states are talking about it, like tens, hundreds.
But look, though, this dude is saying all this about Bitcoin, and like I wouldn't disagree, right? But if you're gonna go in on meme coins, how can you say that meme coins aren't getting institutional adoption when there's like 4 or 5 people applying for Dogecoin meme ETFs right now? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter that everybody is making fun of the Dogecoin ETFs. Like they're still applying for them. And the thing is that it's people like Grayscale and people like Van Eck that are applying for these Dogecoin ETFs. You know what I'm saying? Bitwise applying for these Dogecoin ETFs. YouTubers have a problem with people applying for these Dogecoin ETFs, and they think it's a joke. But people that hold more assets than what these YouTubers hold in cryptocurrency are applying for Dogecoin ETFs. So again, like what we have is like you can always tell somebody's inner Bitcoin Maximus coming out when they start just shitting on meme coins for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Hundreds of billions of dollars are flowing into this. And so you have a market where Bitcoin's basically at an all-time high right now. Ethereum has lost over 40% of its value against Bitcoin just over the last year, and it's still trading below its all-time high materially, while Bitcoin's almost twice its all-time high. And if you kind of look even deeper into the crypto market and pull out asset by asset, a lot of these coins that were popular are down 70%. And so there's been a lot of pain for those investors, even as Bitcoin's done very well.
I mean, again, you can't say that about Pepe and Doge, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, you know, everybody will take out these new meme coins and be like, you can't put any faith in meme coins. And then they'll take out brand new meme coins, but they won't show like old school OG meme coins like Doge. You know what I'm saying? Like Doge has outperformed Bitcoin. I'm going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like it's true. That's not a false statement. You know what I'm saying? So how many people are invested in Coinbase stock? If you're invested in Coinbase stock, give me a thumbs up. If you're not invested in Coinbase stock, then give me a thumbs down. All right. This is an article from Reuters. Coinbase urges U.S. regulators to clear path for banks to offer crypto services. All right. So now let me ask y'all this question. When banks begin to offer crypto services, what happens to the price of crypto? What happens to the value of your portfolio when this happens? Coinbase Global on Tuesday renewed its call for U.S. banking regulators to clarify or revise their position on banks offering cryptocurrency services, as well as potentially doing tie-ups with companies in the digital asset sector. The crypto exchange's move comes amid a broader industry push to lobby lawmakers for a regulatory framework to support the sector's growth. Now, you guys remember there was a time when the banks were anti-cryptocurrency, right? There was a time when the banks were anti-cryptocurrency. Now the banks see all the value in cryptocurrency and they're pro-crypto. So what the banks and anti-cryptocurrency people effectively did was they effectively scared millions of people out of potential wealth, all while collecting and accumulating cryptocurrency. And now that they are holding massive amounts of cryptocurrency, they're saying, go ahead and open up this market to everybody. So this is what I'm saying. All the people of the past who were anti-cryptocurrency, I would ask people to say, you know, invite those people to show you their cryptocurrency holdings. I guarantee you everybody who was allegedly anti-cryptocurrency, I bet you their wallets are pro-cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says most traditional U.S. banks have steered clear of digital asset firms, citing lack of regulatory clarity. All right. For the last several years, U.S. bank regulators have unilaterally and undemocratically barred banks from offering crypto services. All right. And this is part of what they call Operation Choke Point 2.0. All right. This is what is part of Operation Choke Point 2.0, the quote unquote debanking. Okay. Coinbase Chief Policy Officer Faryar Shirzad said on social media platform X. Now look at this. This is what I said about pay to play. The industry had donated millions of dollars to back Donald Trump's return to the White House. Crypto industry backed Donald Trump with millions of dollars. So again, you got to pay to play, right? Everybody else is telling you to pay with picket signs. When is the last time you went into a place with a picket sign and was able to get something back for it? If anybody can cite that event happening, I'd appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If there's anybody out there that can cite somebody going to somewhere with a picket sign and exchanging that picket sign for a valued good, let me know when that happened. Probably going to be hard to find, so take your time. Now, when it came to the crypto industry, right? The crypto industry donated millions of dollars to back Donald Trump's return to the White House. Now, I want to ask this question. The people that want what's being done with immigration, how much money did they put towards Trump's presidency? Everybody that's cheering on the immigration efforts, you know what I'm saying, border security and all that, how much money did they put towards Trump, the presidency? Now, you know, although this was ignored by other sectors of YouTube, right? We talked about it, right? We took a hit on engagement and channel growth to talk about it, right? But we talked about it. And when we talked about it, we showed all the different companies that put money into Trump, into funding Trump, right? Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Ripple, right? All of these people put money and resources into funding the Trump presidency, of course, in addition to probably votes, right? Yeah, facts. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said all they did was say, we's on your sides now, Mr. Trump. Facts. That's all they did. That's all they did. So this is one of the reasons why I call the Trump immigration efforts, these are the immigration handouts, right? These are the immigration handouts because the anti-undocumented people, the pro-mass deportation people, it's fine that Trump is doing all this, but y'all didn't pay for that. How much money did y'all pay for that? The crypto community actually put the money where their mouth was. And all the anti-immigration community did was put YouTube videos where their mouth is. So they should be, right? They should be thanking Trump for the handout that they got, because that's what they got, was a handout, because they didn't give him a vote, because that's the couch conservatives, right? The couch conservatives did not give him a vote, and the couch conservatives did not pay a dime. They're getting the immigration stuff first, and the crypto people who actually paid are still waiting on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, here's the question, right? Is that the truth? Is that facts, or is that false? Is that me making something up, or is that actually what happened? Let me know in the comment section. All right. The industry had donated millions of dollars to back Trump's return to the White House as it sought making cryptocurrency regulation a top priority for the new administration after years of enforcement action that companies have criticized as overreach. All right. And as we know, it's your girl, Elizabeth Warren, leading the charge on that. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. That's facts. It's facts. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. It's just what it is. If somebody can, if there's anybody out there that can tell me the source of where $1, one friggin' dollar, right? $1 friggin' of quid pro quo for the border security and immigration reform effort came from, let me know in the chat. But they got it, but they got it anyway. And the crypto people who actually paid, it's arguable that the crypto people haven't gotten what they paid for yet. And they put up mad money. They put up way more money than the anti-immigration people did. You know what I'm saying? Shirzad also sent a letter to top U.S. banking regulators, including the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, urging them to permit banks to offer services tied to the cryptocurrency sector. Now, the FDIC needs to start buying Bitcoin and start backing digital assets at traditional financial institutions with Bitcoin. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to William. William said, facts. Numerous states are creating crypto reserves. Facts. Now, here's the thing, right? The states creating crypto reserves is not tied to the federal cryptocurrency reserve, what Trump would sign. These state cryptocurrency reserves are tied to each state and what the governor in those states would want to do, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. So now here it says the OCC declined to comment, and the Fed and the FDIC did not immediately respond to Reuters' request for comments. While crypto companies have alleged that U.S. bank supervisors have made a concerted effort to choke them out of the traditional financial system, regulators have denied the claim. And again, of course, they're going to deny the claim, right? Of course, they're going to deny the claim. Let's check this little video out that they got right here. See what they're talking about. Let me see. Hold on, if we can. There
From
we go.
a French criminal investigation to a bullish Czech government. This is Crypto Weekly. Paris investigators this week announced a probe into money laundering, tax fraud, and other charges at Binance. The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange has denied the allegations. The public prosecutor's office stated,
yeah, we talked about the sovereign, shout out to Win Lose a Rug and shout out to William. We talked about the sovereign wealth fund earlier.
The probe includes money laundering in connection with drug trafficking and involves offences committed in France and other EU countries spanning back several years.
Now, let me ask you this question. Should we treat crimes committed with fiat currency the same way we treat crimes committed with Bitcoin? If you think that we should, give me a thumbs up. If you think that we shouldn't, give me a thumbs down.
Truth Social parent company Trump Media and Technology Group said its board of directors has approved the launch of a financial services and fintech brand called Truth.Fi. The company board wants to diversify its cash holdings of over $700 million. It wants to allocate the funds into options including exchange-traded funds, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Trump Media's move into finance follows Donald Trump's election as US president and the arrival.
Now, let me ask y'all this. If these Trump DeFi and crypto initiatives, if they happen to work out, right? My question for you guys is, what do you all think how do you all think that that'll affect the DJT stock price? Let me know what y'all think.
Of several pro-crypto lawmakers in Congress. A more cautious tone was struck by Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell on Wednesday. He said the cryptocurrency sector would likely benefit from more rules to govern its conduct. Powell said the Fed is not against innovation, but that it would be constructive for Congress to create greater regulation around crypto. Seemingly.
So then you got to ask yourself the question, is creating regulation jamming somebody up every time they come up with a cryptocurrency product? Because what they've been doing is not regulation. What they've been doing is just slowing down progress. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, shout out to William. William says there needs to be more research. The working behind them may be different, i.e. backing transfer of funds, actually tracing the criminal. If you ask me, I disagree. I believe that since fiat currency has existed for far longer than cryptocurrency, it's common knowledge that the majority of crimes committed at all have been majority in fiat currency. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency, and it started out, if I'm not mistaken, in 2008. So for anybody to say that there needs to be quote unquote research when we have like over 1,000-year, you know what I'm saying, track record of fiat currency, right? Dating back to when Romans was doing crimes against the Roman Empire over tax money, to say that there's any type of possibility that the amount of crime in crypto is more than fiat currency, I can't go with that. I cannot go with that at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there needs to be a study at all. As a matter of fact, we could take any 10-year period of the existing amount of fiat existence, take the amount of money done using crimes in that 10-year period, and back it to the total existence of cryptocurrency in any given 10-year period of fiat's existence. More crimes have been committed in fiat currency than have been committed in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has only been around since 2008 with the beginning of Bitcoin. That is an absolute fiat maximist, anti-cryptocurrency talking point, in my opinion. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Less risk-averse was the Czech National Bank. It's to consider holding billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in its reserves. That would represent the first shift into the cryptocurrency by a Western central bank, who traditionally park their reserves in more conservative assets. Losing some of its shine this week, Bitcoin fell below $100,000 on Monday, hitting its lowest level in 11 days. Analysts attribute the fall to a wave of risk-off sentiment. That's after the surging popularity of Chinese artificial intelligence model DeepSeek sparked a sell-off in Western AI-related stocks.
All right, so there's that. I thought that was a pretty decent video. All right. So now here it says last month, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's new leadership created a task force to develop a regulatory framework for crypto assets. Trump, who has promised to be a quote-unquote crypto president, has also named former PayPal executive David Sachs as his White House AI crypto czar. All right. The administration is expected to reshape U.S. policy on digital currency, which, if you ask me, I disagree with this. The United States has never had crypto policy. Right. So how can you reshape something that is non-existent? Let me ask you guys this. Prior to Trump's presidency, what is quote unquote U.S. policy on crypto? Does anybody know what would we say is the quote unquote U.S. policy on cryptocurrency? Oh, absolutely, bro. Shout out to William. William says, correct you are, sir, again. Fiat still appears to be the primary choice of financial criminals. Now, here's my thing, right? The reason, if you ask me, right, in all fairness, the reason why fiat is the primary choice of financial criminals, for one, is because of its abundance, right? For two, because it's been around longer. And for three, because it's ease of adoptability. Now, here's the thing, right? As time goes forward and as cryptocurrency begins to become more adoptable, when cryptocurrency's adoptability is like at the same level as fiat currency, it would be at that point that I would say that cryptocurrency will start to be used more in financial crimes. Now, is that a reflection on cryptocurrency? No, not at all. That's a reflection on the factors, right? And again, I don't think that fiat currency is prone to crime because of anything inherent with fiat currency. Fiat currency is prone to crime because of its perceived ease of access and ease of use, ease of laundering with criminals, right? So as criminals become more technologically advanced, and as a cryptocurrency begins to have an increased use case, cryptocurrency financial crime will start to mirror the amounts of fiat financial crime simply for those reasons, not because there's anything inherently wrong with crypto. The same way that I don't think that criminals commit crime with fiat because there's something inherently wrong with fiat. It's just because of the use case. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said crypto is actually more transparent than fiat. Facts. You can just look at the ledger. You know what I'm saying? You can just look at ETHScan. You could just look at the Bitcoin blockchain. You know what I'm saying? You could look at any one of these things, respective blockchains, and see what's going where. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting article, man. And you know, I don't know how I feel about the, traditional finance, the TradFi integrating itself with crypto, but it's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to happen. So it is what it is, right? So let me see. Hold on real quick. Yeah, let's look at this. According to Coinbase, they are now the UK's biggest registered crypto company. So, that should reflect, right? That should reflect positively with Coinbase's stock price, right? Now, again, Coinbase, Fidelity, Robinhood, let me see, Coinbase, Fidelity, Robinhood, and MicroStrategies, right? What are your end of the year expected prices for those stocks? What are your end of the year expected prices for those stocks? Let me know what you guys think. Coinbase says VASP approval makes it UK's biggest registered crypto company. All right. The milestone announced by the cryptocurrency exchange on Monday, February 3rd, follows Coinbase's receipt of virtual asset service provider registration from the UK's Financial Conduct Authority. All right. So what does that mean? Shout out to Carlton. Yeah, that's facts. If y'all agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Carlton said the average criminal is not smart enough to use crypto. Fiat is a lot easier. Yeah, that's facts. Could you imagine going in somewhere with a square barcode and be like, give me all your crypto, and just holding up the square barcode and expecting everybody to just send their crypto? That's not going to work real well. That's not really good logistics for a robbery, is it? So now here it says, this will allow Coinbase to offer both crypto and fiat in Great Britain, its largest international market. The UK government and the FCA are developing welcome regulation for the crypto sector, hopefully joining the growing trend of countries embracing economic freedom and free markets, the company said in its announcement. Governments around the world, governments around the world are waking up to the fact that crypto fuels economic prosperity. Now, a lot of governments are waking up to this fact, right? Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people still are not. Shout out to my man, Emperor Rex. What's good with it? Right? It seems like a lot of people still are not. Okay. We believe that crypto is the most important technology that can generate growth in the world, and the UK is posed to benefit from this. All right. The announcement following a similar approval for Coinbase last week in Argentina comes amid a changing attitude towards crypto in the country's largest market, the US, with election of President Donald Trump. Now, if you ask me, right, this is a very dangerous time, and it's a very dangerous time for people's wealth. All right. And the reason why is because the people who say I'm an independent, you know what I'm saying? These people that say, I don't trust either side of the political spectrum. If you ask me now, with the Trump presidency popping off right now, it don't really seem like that. It don't really seem like that. It seems like all of the I'm an independent people who were anti-Democrat during the election have now suddenly taken a sharp turn and are quote unquote anti-Trump, right? If you're an independent person, I thought that your independency was pro your voter issues, right? Pro your voter issues, not we're taking political sides, right? So what I see here is a lot of quote unquote alleged independents, which if you ask me, the majority of independents are actually disgruntled Democrats. The alleged independents are automatically anti-cryptocurrency because Trump decided to throw crypto on his back. Now, what's fascinating is that these people will never admit that during Trump 1.0, Trump was anti-cryptocurrency. Trump had a Democrat, liberal cryptocurrency stance. Trump said the same thing that everybody else says. Bitcoin is a scam. Well, how do you feel about cryptocurrency? Bitcoin is a scam. That's the answer that everybody would give. When you ask about cryptocurrency, how do you feel about cryptocurrency? Bitcoin is a scam. Trump's not saying that anymore. Trump's not saying that anymore because here comes Ripple, here comes Coinbase, here comes Crypto.com, here comes XRP, here comes all these other people like, here, we got billions of dollars for you. Let's get you in office so that you can make the SEC back off us so we can do our thing. Now, Trump has changed course on his sentiments about cryptocurrency, but some of these other people have not. Now, here's my question. Why is it that the other people have not? The other people have not because all the while crypto has been in existence, crypto's existence is not contingent on Trump's support. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maine. What's good with it, Maine? How many people would agree? Cryptocurrency is not contingent on Trump's support. Bitcoin has been around for a long time. Despite, people just increasing, talking about it now, Bitcoin has been around for a long time. Right? It's been around for a long time, and it was never associated with Trump. Now that it's associated with Trump, the broke mob and the Democrat media is going to tell you everything that you could possibly come up with that crypto is bad simply because Trump decided to throw crypto on his back. Trump deciding to throw crypto on his back don't have anything to do with the value of cryptocurrency other than the fact that his big mouth and tweeting all over the place can jack the price up and increase the volatility and get you some better price gains based on his Twitter activity. And it can get you some good dips if he just decides to start screwing with the macroeconomic factors like I'm going to just threaten tariffs on the entire world. Other than that, crypto's not contingent on Trump. But the anti-crypto community, which is the Democrats, which is the disgruntled Democrats, which is the various YouTube cults, they'll try to associate cryptocurrency somehow with Trump and act as if Trump is the one that minted all of the Bitcoins. And they'll say this, they'll use misinformation, they'll have their trolls come all over the place, and none of that changes the fact that what they're saying is incorrect. So don't lock yourself out of potential future prosperity by listening to your favorite YouTuber because they have a hair up their ass or they got Trump or Bitcoin derangement syndrome. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, as blockchain and cryptocurrency continue to work toward the heart of traditional finance in 2025 is shaping up to be a defining year for investors, businesses, and regulators alike. One that could either cement crypto's place in global financial system or expose the industry's lingering vulnerabilities. Payments wrote last week. All right. Either way, the era of digital assets operating in a regulatory gray zone appears to be ending. What comes next will depend on how the industry and policymakers shaping its future navigate this new reality. Now, let me ask you guys this question. After the cryptocurrency regulation is complete, after the cryptocurrency regulation has been finalized and updated and modified, do you all see the value of cryptocurrency increasing, or do you see the value of cryptocurrency decreasing? Let me know what you guys think. Facts. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said he was able to do the same thing for the stock market his last presidency. Yeah. And again, that's one of the reasons why a lot of these CEOs, like, it wasn't just the cryptocurrency market that went crazy when Trump won. The stock market, you know what I'm saying? The stock market reacted as well. Most markets reacted. Right? Let me ask y'all this question. What market did not react to the Trump presidency? What market didn't react? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. We got 20 people watching. We got 28 likes. That's what's good. I appreciate y'all. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment. Smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment. Hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. I wouldn't disagree with this. Shout out to Tyler, right? I wouldn't disagree with that. That is a great simple and basic statement that is true and makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Tyler says anything of value the government wants a piece of. Absolutely facts. Absolutely facts. Let me ask y'all this. Where is an example of anything valuable the government not wanting a piece of? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to you, bro. Facts. Also, Monday, Coinbase announced that it had purchased the on-chain ads and attribution platform Spindle. Part of what the company said was its goal of supporting developers who are building the apps to bring people on chain. As we've said before, there's a natural flywheel here. We support developers who build on-chain apps. Those apps attract users on chain, and having more user incentivized more developers to build on chain, the company said. Now, I want to ask people about this, right? People always ask these questions. Well, where's these opportunities that we can get in on? Where's these opportunities that we can get in on? Has anybody ever went to the XRP website? Has anybody ever went to the Ripple website? The Ripple Foundation offers massive amounts of grants for on-chain developers. All these companies offer, they're willing to give you mad money if you develop on-chain apps. Now, here's my question. How many people are taking advantage of those grants and are developing on-chain apps? Plenty of opportunities, right? Plenty of opportunities. You don't even have to do that. Who's trying to create real world assets and sell them on pump.fun? I mean, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Right? So these things are there and these things are available for people. So in 10 to 15 years, when people push the narrative and say, well, we weren't able to do this. Why weren't you able to do that? Because you were listening to people that told you that cryptocurrency is a scam. And as a result of listening to people tell you that cryptocurrency is a scam, you ignore literally everybody with any kind of power buying up all the cryptocurrency. That's not anybody holding a gun to your head telling you you're not allowed to do something. That's you making the choice and the decision to not do something. I would advise people to make the choice to do something. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So now here it says, and the faster we spin this flywheel, the easier it will be to bring more and more people on chain. Builder virality is the thing that spins that flywheel faster. With the purchase of Spindle, Coinbase added, the company can improve the on-chain delivery problem for on-chain builders. According to the announcement, Spindle was founded in 2022 by Antonio Garcia Martinez, who had been an early member of the Facebook ads team and who shipped the tech giant's first version of keyword targeting, audience targeting, and Facebook's programmatic ad exchange, FBX. All right, so that's that. All right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's that. That's the end of that. All right. So, yeah, man, Coinbase is making some major moves, right? All those major moves are all good news for investors, right? Because investors always want to see the companies that they're invested in doing value-added activities, right? I mean, that's exactly what you want. Now, let me see. I think we might be blocked by a paywall on this one, but we'll be able to get the gist of it. Right. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. And also, like I said, BLR 2 is back. All right. Fully functional. All right. Like I said, all the old content will more than likely be on members only. All right. So if you're not a member, the way that you can watch the old content is by being subscribed to Rumble. So make sure that you subscribe to Rumble. If the mods could put the link to BLR 2 in the chat so that people can go and subscribe, because they might have unsubscribed you because they literally unsubscribed everybody and then resubscribed everybody, I'd appreciate it. All right. US SEC gives initial approval to combined Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people, this is going to be pretty popular. How many people are gonna take advantage of this? A lot of people gonna take advantage of this. Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, "Man, I'm still blown away by what that monolithian told me earlier about his Bitcoin skepticism." Bro, what did he say? What did he say? You know what I'm saying? Crazy part was homie had someone else around him that was a crypto advocate. Like that's I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So yeah, it looks like, wait a minute, hold on. Nah, you know what, man? Are we, is this paywall blocked, or is it just, did everything just not load yet? Let me see something real quick. Let me see. Hold on. I'm about to refresh this and see what happened. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Look at it. Look, y'all see how, look, when shout out to the stream sponsors. This is where the stream sponsor money be going. And with the little bit that's left, you know what I'm saying, be hitting the liquidity fund. But you know what I'm saying, these articles, to not get hit by the paywall, a lot of them, like the good ones, it's expensive. Like Cardi B said, it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive. US SEC gives initial approval to combined Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Now, I want to ask y'all this question, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat. How many people plan on getting these Bitcoin or Ethereum ETFs? If you plan on investing in the Bitcoin ETF, or, you know, just any of that type of stuff, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. I'm not going to lie. I might throw a couple dollars in it. I'm not going to lie. You see how Brooklyn Queen threw a couple dollars at me? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate it. I might throw a couple dollars at them ETFs and see what they do. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn. I almost said shout out to Bitcoin Queen. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it. Yo, we what are we? We 3 out of 10. That's what's good. We 3 out of 10. That's what's good. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization and buying a snack.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Red, so don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the. Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels. Have you seen Garfield? Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Now, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I definitely appreciate it, right? Now, again, how many people have been hearing the recurrent reiteration of quote unquote, make sure that you have 0.1 Bitcoin up, right? You probably want to try to get to 1 Bitcoin, right? So that's the idea. That's the idea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I've heard that recently. Before it was 0.001. Yeah, you'll see a bunch of these different numbers, right? But now I think that you'll probably start to see more of those 0.001 numbers. And that's because, believe it or not, I don't know if anybody listened to the Modern Investor. I think it was the video that he either dropped this morning. People who invest in Bitcoin don't have 0.01 Bitcoin, which is wild to think about, right? That's wild. But that's the truth. That's the case. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could look on the Bitcoin blockchain and see that. So if you have 0.01 Bitcoin, or if you have close to 0.01 Bitcoin, I would say if you have close to 0.1 Bitcoin, if you have close to 0.1 Bitcoin, even if you have 0.05 Bitcoin right now, you're doing better than most people, which is wild to think about. That's really wild to think about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the SEC has given initial approval for combined Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Novel fund would offer exposure weighted by market value. Pro-crypto Trump administration has galvanized issuers. Now, let me ask you guys this question. When it comes to the Biden administration, why was the Biden administration so anti-cryptocurrency? How many people have watched any of my old cryptocurrency videos on this channel? If you guys have watched any of my old cryptocurrency videos on this channel, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. And you guys know, you will see that I criticized in the past a lot of what the Biden administration was doing in regards to cryptocurrency. My question for everybody is, why was the Biden administration so anti-cryptocurrency? Shout out to Tia. Tia said, I'm on Bitcoin welfare right now. That's just for right now. Wait to the end of the year. Wait to the end of the year. Everybody else will be on welfare in comparison to you. You know what I'm saying? By the end, if you just keep on a little bit at a time, everybody else will be on welfare in comparison to you. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on Thursday approved part of an application for a novel exchange-traded fund that would track the two largest cryptocurrencies. The Bitwise Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF from Bitwise Asset Management would seek to provide investors with a balanced exposure to the two digital assets weighted by their market capitalization. The structure of the fund will be similar to existing ETFs that hold either Bitcoin or Ethereum directly. All right. The U.S. regulator in a filing approved the so-called Form 19B4, one step in the overall process that would allow the product to start trading. Now, again, I got to ask y'all this question, right? And I need everybody to give me their best guess. I need everybody to give me their best guess. How is it that so many billions of dollars are going into these Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and somehow the prices are just not really reacting to it? Because listen, if we compare, right, none of this large institutional influx of money was going into Bitcoin or Ethereum from 2007 to 2023. Right? Would you guys, if you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, there's massive amounts of companies, right? You got MetaPlanet, you got MicroStrategies, you got Tesla, you got all of these companies that are putting massive amounts of money into crypto. Way more money than the individuals who were buying in the early days were putting into it. And somehow the prices increased more with the individuals putting money into it than it has with MicroStrategies buying 50 to 60,000 Bitcoin every week. How is that? How is the price remaining so steady? Shout out to Carl MJ16. Carl MJ16 says Democrats want you to be reliant on the government and want you to stay poor. If you guys agree with Carl, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. The Bitwise fund still needs an approval for its pending registration application known as the S1. Both steps are required to start trading. Bitwise submitted paperwork for the joint fund to regulators last November after the U.S. presidential election, which ushered in the crypto-friendly administration of President Donald Trump. The Republican has pledged to implement supportive regulations for the digital asset sector as part of a plan to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Investment firms are now peppering the SEC with proposals to start more crypto portfolios. Issuers are probing the SEC's boundaries with unique filings, including meme coin ETFs. Why does everybody have such a like? Is meme coin derangement syndrome a thing? If meme coin derangement syndrome is a thing, give me a thumbs up. If it's not a thing, give me a thumbs down. I'm gonna go as far as to say that meme coin derangement syndrome is a thing. People just really hate meme coins. People are willing to ignore all factual data and allow opinions not based on fact to supersede their assessment of meme coins. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's really wild. Bloomberg Intelligence senior government analyst Nathan Dean wrote in a note. For instance, Bitwise has proposed an ETF that would track Dogecoin. If they come out with this ETF that tracks Dogecoin, I'll be the first one to tell you right now I'm buying it. I'm for sure buying that. Now, shout out to Carl. Carl says prices aren't moving up that much because there's millions of new coins that are draining out liquidity. Now, here's my question. Draining out liquidity from where? Where are they draining liquidity from? And here's my question. How can millions of new coins be draining out liquidity if Bitcoin's market dominance has remained 50% or greater the entire life of the cryptocurrency market? Where are they draining this liquidity from? No offense, Carl, but I don't agree with that answer because evidence doesn't support it. Now, this is something that analysts would just say, like analysts would just throw that out there. The liquidity is being drained. My question is, liquidity is being drained from where? Are we making the assumption that these other tokens are draining liquidity from Bitcoin? Now, this is going to sound crazy, right? But I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Shout out to my man, Manosphere Hall of Fame. What's good with it, bro? If you ask me, like the traditional definition of altcoin season is when altcoins have greater than 50% market dominance, right? I think that altcoin season may be a thing of the past. I think that there may never, ever be an altcoin season ever again. Now, how many people agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. I believe that if there ends up being an altcoin season this year, mathematically, there may never be an altcoin season again. Shout out to Trading Visions with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, here's my question for you, right? Just because there may not be an altcoin season ever again based on the traditional definition of altcoin season, that doesn't mean that altcoins aren't going to have significant gains. But here's my question. If Bitcoin goes to $1 million, based on the Bitcoin Ethereum ratio, mathematically, if Bitcoin reaches $1 million, what is the pathway for the altcoins to get 50% cryptocurrency market dominance. Somebody lay the math out to me where the altcoin market can be 50% of the entire cryptocurrency market with Bitcoin either at $500,000 a token or at $1 million a token. And with Ethereum consistently decreasing in value in comparison to Bitcoin. How does that work? Somebody tell me that. What's the pathway? Who's leading the pack? Now, you guys see all the altcoin maximists left the chat. Right? What is the mathematical pathway to an altcoin 51% market dominance with Bitcoin at $500,000 or at $1 million? Yeah, shout out to Manosphere Hall of Fame. Manosphere Hall of Fame said altcoin market cannot be over 50%, but alts with ETFs can have their own little season. Yeah, I agree. And again, my premise is not that altcoins will fail, right? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the traditional definition of altcoin season, with altcoins being greater than 51% market dominance, will have a difficult time being possible when Bitcoin hits 500,000 or $1 million, which means that the idea of an altcoin season, unless the definition is changed, has a limited time frame. So based on the current definition of altcoin season and a price projection of $500,000 by the end of this year, we may never see another altcoin season ever again. Bitcoin may wipe out altcoin season. Now, does that mean Bitcoin's going to wipe out altcoins? Of course not. Altcoins will be fine. People will still make mad money. You know what I'm saying? But the idea of an altcoin season, I don't see a mathematical pathway for it with Bitcoin at $500,000. Bitcoin at $500,000 at the current prices of 5x, right? So in order for altcoin season, in order for altcoins to surpass Bitcoin, the idea would be that the altcoins would have to increase by 5x. Now, here's the thing, right? That shouldn't be a challenge because with altcoin season, altcoins usually increase by 10x, right? But now here's the question. Will the altcoins accelerate faster than Bitcoin? I don't think so. Shout out to DC Precise. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to DC. That's a good question. That's what I call the world. That's what I call the world market cap, bro. That now, and again, right? This is another question. What altcoin is coming for any market cap other than anything outside of cryptocurrency? I don't know of any, right? I don't know of any altcoin that's chasing any non-cryptocurrency market cap. The only cryptocurrency that I know that is chasing and beating non-cryptocurrency market caps is Bitcoin. Now, somebody be like, oh, you a Bitcoin maximist. I'm not a Bitcoin maximist. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? I would be more than happy to, I would actually love to say Ethereum is going after the silver market cap. The only problem is that it's not. I would love to say that Solana is going after the silver market cap. The only problem is that it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how these things work and how these things play out. Because the thing is, you know, certain things could happen, right? You know, a $15,000 to $20,000 Ethereum could significantly change the game, right? $1 Dogecoin could significantly change the game. $1,000 Solana could significantly change the game. But these things would all have to happen at the same time. And in addition to them happening at the same time, they would have to happen at a faster rate of growth than what Bitcoin is experiencing. So I think that's just something interesting to throw out there, right? And just to see, if it happens or not, right? So now here it says this crypto asset is an archetypal meme coin, a type of token with no inherent worth, whose price waxes and wanes under capricious spotlight of social media. And again, this to me, this is misinformation. Dogecoin's price doesn't wax or wane under social media. That doesn't happen. The only time that happens is when Elon Musk decides to try to play with the price. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I think that Dogecoin is so solid in its community and in its reputation that it's not volatile based on social media, other than Elon Musk interference. I think that Elon Musk and Trump are probably the only social media influences that could possibly affect Dogecoin's price. I don't think that social media is affecting Dogecoin price all like that anymore. I think that community support is what maintains Dogecoin. And I think that community support has maintained Dogecoin and is responsible for the Dogecoin price increases over the years. I don't think that this is a true statement about Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, if it's something like, what was that, Peanut? Who was that, Peanut the Squirrel? Yeah, that's something that's social media dependent. But to say that Dogecoin is social media dependent, I think that's not a true statement. You know what I'm saying? The SEC has also received applications for ETFs tracking the likes of XRP, Solana, and Litecoin, tokens that claim to be grounded in some type of utility. U.S. ETFs investing directly in Bitcoin rolled out at the start of 2024 and proved to be major successes, given the largest cryptocurrency's role, albeit disputed, as a modern-day store of value. And now here's the thing, right? As much as people want to dispute the modern-day store of value, where did the $100,000 per coin come from? What is that? It's clear. Let me ask you guys this. Is Bitcoin storing $100,000 worth of value per token? If it is, give me a thumbs up. If it is not, then give me a thumbs down. So how can we debate this then? A group of 12 products, including from Bitwise, have amassed total assets of more than 121 billion. Ethereum funds followed and have more than 11 billion of funds under management. All right. So yeah, man, these dual cryptocurrency ETFs, I think they're going to do well. I think that anything involving cryptocurrency is going to do well going forward. On crypto.com, they actually, before these dual ETFs occurred, before these became an actual thing, on crypto.com, they actually have the dual cryptocurrency basket of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So like this idea of paired assets, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, this isn't a new idea. This is something that's always existed. All right. So I think it was Carlton that had brought up the Grayscale Dogecoin ETF. Here it is right here. Again, Grayscale launches Dogecoin Trust, calling meme coin tool for global financial inclusion. I think we might have read this article at some point already. Or either maybe we just hit the highlight. We just hit the headline, right? But let me ask you guys this question. Look at the returns, right? Somebody drop in the chat. What are the lifetime returns on Dogecoin? Now, here's my question. If Dogecoin was anything other than Dogecoin and it gave lifetime returns like what Dogecoin has given, would there be a question of whether it was a good investment or not? That's my question for you. If any other asset had the lifetime returns that Dogecoin has, would anybody have any doubt in whether it was a good asset or not? If I had a comic book, or if I had a basketball card, or if I had a bar of gold, or if I had anything else, and that anything else had the lifetime returns of Dogecoin, would there be a debate over whether it was a good asset versus a bad asset? So now here's my question. Why is there a debate over whether Dogecoin is a good asset or a bad asset? I guarantee you the people that are Dogecoin millionaires, they're probably going to say, yeah, I don't have a problem with Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably tell you, nah, I don't have a problem with Dogecoin. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton says no. I agree. Give me a thumbs up. If you agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs down. If you disagree, give me a thumbs down. If you agree, give me a thumbs up. Shout out to William. We appreciate you, bro. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji in the chat for William for grabbing that info. We appreciate it, bro. William says, Dogecoin turned 9 last month, but if you'd invested 1,000 in it 5 years ago, your Doge would be worth approximately $2.3 million. That's around a 230,000% increase in 5 years. If Dogecoin was anything else, would anybody be saying all this stuff about it? And now this is the reason why I say Dogecoin is the Bitcoin of meme coins. The reason why I say Dogecoin is the Bitcoin of meme coins is because despite people's biases against Dogecoin, Dogecoin has showed that it can be a store of value. Dogecoin has consistently gone up. Dogecoin has a strong community behind it that, for the most part, the strength of that community is arguable that it has similar value to the Bitcoin network. And despite the fact that Dogecoin is classified as a meme coin, it doesn't follow the same rules as other meme coins, and it has less volatility than other meme coins based on its gigantic market cap and use case. So, again, if you're going to hear me talk about Dogecoin in the same way that I talk about Bitcoin, and I believe that it's justified. I don't care that it has a dog on it or not. I don't care if people don't like Dogecoin or not. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The facts are the facts. The facts are Dogecoin, $1,000 5 years ago would have got you $2.3 million today. That's the only thing that matters. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. I showed you guys all that trading that I was doing on Yobit. I could have had $2.3 million today. Bet you I won't make that mistake again. I bet you I won't make that mistake again. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that Dogecoin does is Dogecoin solidifies what I tell everybody about the low per unit, low 24-hour market cap coins. It's never a bad idea to just throw a little bit of money in those here or there. Okay? It's never a bad idea. Just throw it in there, act like it don't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? So now Dogecoin is in there with the big boys. Pepe is going to be in there with the big boys next, and people are going to be mad about that. Pepe is going to a penny. Deal with it. Shiba's going to a penny. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Toshi is going to a penny. Deal with it. All the people that have an issue with meme coins, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Grayscale launches Dogecoin Trust, calling meme coin tool for global financial inclusion. All right. And again, like I said, you saw on Yobit set up small cryptocurrencies with Dogecoin pairing. So the thing is, that's not anything new. They have been doing that for years. Yeah, shout out to Carl. Turbo, right? Turbo, Mog, Dogelon Mars. I can name. See, I rock with the meme coins, so I could tell you a whole bunch of meme coins that's gonna hit a penny. You know what I'm saying? Turbo, one of them. You know what I'm saying? The meme coins that got the strongest community backing are going to a penny. Dogecoin is evidence that this is possible. but people don't want to acknowledge it as evidence. People somehow still think that Dogecoin is just luck. It's not luck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got shout out to William. You know what I'm saying? William put this information in the chat. We've got, if something happens in 5 years, is that luck? No, that's not luck. That is a focused and targeted effort and goal to accomplish an objective. That's not luck. Anybody that's been involved with Dogecoin, or anybody that follows Dogecoin, or shout out to Carlton, he be on the Dogecoin Reddit. The idea of Dogecoin, we know it was a joke, but when it started to take off, people said we're gonna make Dogecoin go to a penny. I mean, they've gone beyond that. Now, if that tells me they got a determined community that's able to set a goal and accomplish it. That is important. Because Dogecoin is not a company, and you got companies that can't even do that. So, I'm never going to not say that Dogecoin is legit. Dogecoin is here. Dogecoin is going to stay. Dogecoin is legit. End of discussion. Dogecoin they only had a goal of getting Dogecoin to a penny. Dogecoin all-time high, I think, was close to 70 cents. So that means that they 70x'd their goal. Let me ask you guys this question. Name me any other entity that has 70x'd their goal. Yet and still, Dogecoin is a meme coin. It's a joke. Okay, whatever. I don't know how, based on historical evidence, anybody could say that Dogecoin is a joke. The Dogecoin is a joke people are the Bitcoin. The Dogecoin is a joke people of today are the Bitcoin is a scam people of the past. Don't be one of them people. Don't be one of them people. Because if you are, we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about you like a dog. We're going to talk about you like a Doge. We're going to talk about you like a Shiba. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says crypto asset manager Grayscale Investments has launched the Dogecoin Trust, giving individual and institutional accredited investors exposure to the Doge meme coin in a share-based format. Grayscale believes Doge has transitioned from a meme coin of a Shiba Inu to a tool for global inclusion, grassroots activism, and a viable means of payment, the company said on Friday. I wouldn't disagree with this assessment that Grayscale has. I wouldn't disagree with this. How many people agree with Grayscale's assessment of Dogecoin? If you guys agree with Grayscale's assessment of Dogecoin, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Due to its widespread accessibility, affordability, and rapid transaction speed, Dogecoin has garnered significant adoption worldwide. People love Dogecoin. Just as many people hate Dogecoin, people love Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? Dogecoin is the largest meme coin and the 8th largest cryptocurrency. I mean, it's the 8th largest cryptocurrency. People still calling it a joke. Market capitalization of over $50 billion. People still calling it a joke. What if the 8th largest cryptocurrency and a $50 billion market cap is a joke? My question is, what's the standard for what's serious then? What's the standard for what's serious? If that's a joke, then what's serious? So Arbitrum is serious. So AAV is serious. Cardano is serious. HBAR is serious. Like, cut the games. You know what I'm saying? Created in 2013 as a joke, Doge is the native cryptocurrency of the Dogecoin network, originally forked from Litecoin, a Bitcoin derivative. All right. Grayscale's Dogecoin Trust launch comes amid renewed momentum in Doge following the creation of Department of Government Efficiency under President Donald Trump, led by Tesla CEO and longtime Doge supporter Elon Musk. And again, I disagree with this. Dogecoin, where was the fall off of Doge? Like, why are they saying renewed momentum? Where's the fall off of Doge? Dogecoin didn't never fall off. How do you go from less than a penny to 35 cents with an all-time high of 70, and you're going to sit there and talk about a fall off? Dogecoin never fell off. You know what I'm saying? The White House unit has reportedly explored that's like saying renewed interest in Bitcoin when Trump became president. How did you say renewed Bitcoin interest when Bitcoin just jumped from 40 to 70 before Trump became president? Like, where do these people be getting these analogies that they come with? Where do they get these analogies that they come with? Like, it's interesting to say the least. You know what I'm saying? The White House unit has reportedly explored putting federal government systems on chain with potential use cases, including tracking federal spending, managing buildings, and facilitating payments through discussion, though discussions remain in their early stages. Earlier this week, crypto asset manager Bitwise filed an S-1 registration with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for spot Dogecoin ETF. Osprey Funds and Rex Shares have also submitted similar proposals. Could a Dogecoin ETF become a reality this year? The only reason I don't know if a Dogecoin ETF will become a reality is not because of anything with Dogecoin's performance, just because I do see it being an issue of how to properly define and classify meme coins as apps. All right, peace, Emperor. That's the only thing that I could possibly see as an issue. But that's not a performance issue with Doge. Performance-wise, there's nothing holding Dogecoin back. The fact that people have not really seen anything that looks like what meme coins are, figuring out where to put it, I could see that as being a problem that would slow down the approval of an ETF. But that's it, though. Once they actually classify Dogecoin, then it's all systems go. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, I think everything is on the table moving forward under the new administration. ETF store president Nate Garassi told The Block. Today's satire is tomorrow's ETF. Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Buchanan told The Block at the time. Meanwhile, not everyone is convinced. I'm not quite confident we'll see a Solana ETF trading in the first half of 2025. Louis Sykes, a crypto analyst all-star charts, told The Block. Doge is far less likely. Let's just say Wall Street prefers to see assets that weren't born as a meme. I would actually disagree with that. And what I would actually say is Wall Street would like to see returns. So whatever will bring Wall Street returns, I think that Wall Street will be open to. And as long as Wall Street has people like BlackRock being the facilitators of how these things get introduced into the mainstream, I don't see anybody in Wall Street having a problem with anything. Let me ask you guys this question. The only problem that I see Wall Street possibly having with a meme coin is the fact that they didn't get a piece of this 230% return increase. That's the biggest problem that I could see Wall Street having with it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. All right. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate you guys watching. All right. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you haven't yet. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the bell, take a moment. All right. Share the stream to your social media. Don't move a muscle. This live stream will take you into Undocumented, which is going to be starting, maybe in about 45 minutes. All right. So make sure you guys head over there, hit the bell over there. If you're not subscribed over there, hit the like button over there. All right. Shout out to the stream sponsors. Make sure y'all show the stream sponsors love. I appreciate y'all. Without the stream sponsors, ain't no streams. Shout out to my man DSB. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for DSB. Also, make sure you guys show my man AW1 some love. He hit your boy on the Cash App. Got to hit DSB with the again. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Again! And shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire, always funding the organization, showing love, and being a mod extraordinaire. Definitely appreciate you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Tell him, bro. Yeah. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I fuck with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but diamond in the rough, yeah, we had it tough, yeah, we had the pressure and the pressure done its stuff. Oh, I'm not flexing when I'm brushing off the dust, no. All this pain and the tears made my shoulders rust. In this life, gotta do what you must, build your value up, gotta earn trust, avoid fuss. Maybe you don't know the facts, you don't know enough. You can judge me all you want, cause every day I send love. Every day I do me, makes me wanna see you, makes me wanna see more, makes me wanna see through. Maybe we become one, maybe this is the thing. There's an energy and flavor to the things that you bring to the table, any way you're able. Real work turns into gold when you're stable. Now life feels sweet like syrup, like maple. Wouldn't change a thing about my past to stay grateful. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I fuck with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now. I'm busy doing me, I'm out their range, I'm out of reach now. Almost let it drown, but they found me off the freestyle. Product of that ground, you seeing her eye me down. She wanna vibe, trying to see if she can slide. It's in the green now, it's snakes from my past. They look at me where I'm at, thinking they can hit my line, and I'ma help them on their feet now. I had a few I looked up to, they showing different shades. They might have blocked a couple rays, but now they watching my beam down. I struggle to open doors to places that come to life if I step inside. I learned to cut the keys down. Got it locked, this demon stirring the pot with pretty faces and plots that try to knock me off my feet now. No new friends, I had so many hit my line for the freebie, but if you see me out, you gotta pay the fee now. All these things you never cared to see me for is what I let the world see now. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I fuck with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now.